You have decided that you are going to learn a new programming language. From scratch, you have never programmed before. So learn programming, okay? You learn something like Java. And you learn it good, okay? You learn data types, you learn some functions, some conditions, loops. And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna learn more. But this one video tells you, you should actually use Python instead as your first programming language. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna switch. So learn those basics again, it goes a little bit faster. And then you're like, no, actually I'm gonna switch to C. Then you, no, actually C++ might be better because it's... I've been there too, okay? This is exactly what happened to me. Let's get one thing clear, and that's the difference between coding and programming and what you've been doing. Coding is like the basic thing of the programming language. It's like creating a variable, using it in a loop. So on the other hand, programming is the part of the actual functionality where you think about the stuff and you make something useful. The problem might have been that you started learning and you were just coding, nothing useful. Firstly, it feels good, like you're learning new programming language, but after a while it gets boring when you're still not doing anything useful and you lose motivation. So now I'm gonna tell you actually the secret to learning the programming language. You gotta find or create just a complex program in a programming language. After you get the basics clear, okay, the data types, loops, conditions, whatever, learn that, okay, functions, fine, some classes, objects maybe, if your programming language can do that, fine. But after that, you gotta just have some program that's actually useful and just try to understand it, you know? Maybe you want to create something, it doesn't exist, you have no idea how to do it. Try just making AI create it for you and then explain it for you so you understand it, okay? It's actually kind of what I did. And that was the entire fix. That's it. It's that simple. After that, I was just able to learn more. I understand it so much more quickly, you know. And everybody tells you like, no, this is bad. You gotta understand exactly what everything does so you can do it properly. No! Don't do that. Quickly learn the basics and start programming something useful and try to understand it. And like, after a while, you got one program. You understand it from like a half. Okay, you can do it. Then you make a more complex program where you understand it from kind of half that one, but it's more complex. And now you completely understand exactly what the first one does. Yeah, sure, it might not be like that for everybody, but this is what saved me from finally changing my programming language over and over and over again.